all the way from PNC 2019, now even here into PNC 2022, and it's gone to new heights, which is what you love to see.
Vietnam sitting up in 4th now as well. Very, very solid performance. Again, as you said here in the start, and then it's this set as well, there is still quite the jump up to the top 3. But if anyone can do it off of a good performance, that would be Glorious, bringing that momentum into this game for his Vietnamese teammates.
I honestly don't know.
You gotta pick one.
Honestly, can I say James?
Yeah, I suppose you can say James. He's British too. He's practically their 6th member. I'll support that. In the meantime, sharp shot, not knowing what you're doing, but he got knocked. So there's that. I'm supposing the teammates are coming over to help, but this is not just a knock. This is a terrible situation to have that happen because Turkey are right next door.
And it just goes from bad to worse from what was looking like a really, really good match one. Then the Glorious moment, now Turkey. But SB flashed himself, of course, only has to flush. Sharp shot, who was already down. Kickstart, nice little shot there. Can he get a second one? Not initially, but they got the knock at least onto Esqui. Now makes it a 3 versus 3.
Kickstart, trying to wrap around. They know they have the flash, they know they're blind, at least for a little while longer. H1 still inside the building. We've got Vietnam, they hear this. China hears this as well. So how are they going to impact things? I like the overhead position from H1. Does find Lyron. Let's see if we can find more with it. Spots the flank around as well as smash falls to the ground. Esqui down 2. Ketpa does find damage in return, but he's a solo player left alive.
And somehow not being eaten up by that Molotov. Kickstart goes for the flush, but now loses a little bit of damage himself. H1 and Kickstart, last 2 up for USA. Should be able to beat Ketpa here. And somehow gets away into the smoke and away from China. And China rock up. This is awful for the USA. Now Turkey's gone, but the duo for the USA now against the 4 members of China.
Just H1 and Kickstart up. Ike slipped instantly there. Takes down the first, falls back, gets healed on up. This is not what they wanted to have happen. And just going from 3rd party, we might see a 4th party in a second because Vietnam, as you can see on your minimap, are sneaking on in. They want a piece of this pie as well.
Yeah, Duck My Glories, both very close. You can see in the minimap, like you said, Shrimsy just holding on inside of the smoke in this building. So low on health. Xiaolu, Splotches out. H1, he's gone. Now it's just Shrimsy left for the USA. Throws out more smokes. He's got 5 more still in the inventory. Bit of a random spray, and it gives away his position now to Aexlet, and they are slowly clearing out his position.
Can't see anything. Trying to see if they can shoot him through the smoke. Shrimsy, flame dodge and weave here. Not gonna matter though. Ming Ming with high ground position. USA falls. All of this happening off of, he must have taken damage, jumped off the roof.
Farmed them, and if it does keep going east, they want to be the last team that pushes up and gets that high ground. Savior, Isaki, of course, things going really badly for Vietnam right now. A lot of teams on their way. And speaking of on their way, here comes Finland onto the United Kingdom.
All 4 full commit. UK caught in a 2-1-1 split right now. They're on a 2v4. You gotta hold off Michael. First one to fall. T-Bone does manage to get one in return. Diggory goes down, but he runs into 3 on the other side. T-Bone does find Mexi, but the remaining teammates are nowhere to be found. So fortunately for Finland, lives with the scare and takes out 2 of UK. Canada essentially backmailed Finland. They came from the hard west as well, wrapped all the way north around, but I mean, you gotta do it earlier. Issue is, where are you going from here, Shinboy? If you're gonna get tagged, you don't want that tag to be a headshot. Unfortunately, it was fixed. Now Spurs, one doesn't manage to get enough to find the knock. Brazil is taking casualties, but in the meantime, let's stay here with Canada. Somehow, Canada has yet to take a casualty. Keenan now finally does go down, but they managed to get to the shack safely.
Cast the curse as soon as you say it. Keenan gets knocked down, but like you said, safely inside of the shack. That will do. LFP Whitehaven, well, that's quite unfortunate for them and for Brazil. They will suffer. It's VHC and Sparking that's still left alive.
This is going to be interesting. SzylzEN's going to peek on over, find 2 Brazilian players. If they take casualties, if somehow Brazil comes out victorious, just finds 1 or 2 here, Korea is sitting right on the other side. And I would highly assume that Korea is aware that it's Argentina playing this position. So if they see Argentina knocks in the kill feed, they will push on in, and that could be Korea's compound for the taking.
Yeah, a chance here for a couple of teams as well. Like Germany right now could push straight onto Sparking VHC, get 2 kills, and then 3rd party as well onto Argentina. So they can go for this. Well, I think this is a smart play. They got the strength in numbers. Do they have the information? Maybe not. PHC with the nade right into the node. Oh, we got the pre-nade to land as well. Mikey gets 1 back. Remember, it's now only VHC left standing. Sparking corner. Kinex gets the steal. VHC spots the last member. Micah stuck inside of it. He's got a bit of help behind him. What a nade, though, by VHC. He's done a tremendous job. Germany meet their demise, and Argentina want to clean it up.
actually able to come out victorious. Now, they do fall in the end, so it won't be the biggest of impact, but how do they survive that 2v4 pre-nade thrown? They knew what was going to happen. They sat up perfectly for it, and fortunately for Argentina, they were ready and waiting, but they won't be ready and waiting for this one coming on through. Teddy, first one to jump out of the car, finds one. Lash does get the knock in return. Lash finds a second, as well as Korea somehow alive here, trying to hold off Indonesia.
Argentina need to push this. Argentina need to be aggressive, find points, feel confident. Okay, you've just helped get rid of Germany and Brazil. Push on this. You know it's Korea. You know they're close. Indonesia's only got Niall left standing. He tries to do what he can do. Throw out some smoke, throw out some flashes. Fischer's got the high ground as well on the roof. Make something happen, Argentina, before it's too late.
China coming in full speed forward. They hear what's going on. If there's a spot you want to play this circle right now, this is one of the very only compounds left in what is this next circle, and China want a piece of it. Argentina not opting to full commit to the fight on the left side, allows for Korea to re-establish, but now they find themselves within two of the very best Asian teams. Team of Germany and two Brazilian players to Indonesia. Taken out there. What's going to happen eventually? I love the fact that Argentina didn't sit back. You do not want to have a sneaky snake lurking around your compound, especially not if there's a fight to be had. We saw what happened when you allow for the snakes to survive in the previous game with Glories. Could be a fight going in the favor of Thailand first. Nate looks good. First knock comes in though, but it's going to be Shiva finding Norrens. As one does go down on their side. The fight for both the inside of the crater and the ridges on the outside happening now at the exact same time.
Keenan with a nice little flank, and he might just get two onto Corexi and Diggory. No, he goes the other way. Beautiful nade from Corexi. Punishes the flank from Keenan. That should be the end of Canada. Can't sense they're going to get much more. Now back over to Japan and Thailand. The Molotov misses. They lose Lawrence. The star player is gone. They need to push forward. Polly watching perfectly. Janku, of course, they've got the pressure of the blue wall pushing them. And Japan, the red wall in front of them. But does Australia maybe look to push on this and go for a third party for China? And there it is. Ming as well with the AWM knocked down onto Page, who I believe should be safe for a revive if someone can get over there, but I don't think that's happening. Unfortunately for Finland, they only had the 3 players alive standing. Now it's just 2, Corexi and Diggory.
8 kills, 4 alive for China as they continue to dominate this game. Ming Ming,
he's going for it.
To see you hit it. Not gonna happen. Does hit this second. Look at that chest shot. So much damage coming through with the Orm here. Oh, no. China instantly fortifying the position. They don't want any part of the compound. Now the circle when North Page does get taken out. Corexi tries to make his way out of there. Nades are coming through. 21 damage as Diggory tries to stay alive.
He needed to just start running straight away because those smokes are dissipating. Had he just gone straight away, probably makes it back to Corexi. Now he's stuck. Fortunately, at least inside of the circle here for phase 6, so Diggory does have some time.
I mean, that's not going to happen. If Japan takes over both Taipei, Australia sits there ready and waiting. Diggory does go down. Corexi now solo play left alive. They shot at him earlier. They know exactly where he is. Not too fast with it. China back in this one. Tough day for them yesterday, but here in game 2 of day 2, they are looking as strong as ever. 10 kills. Make that 11. There you go, Ming Ming. And look at the spread on the team. All of them taking their part. But now Australia makes the run for it.
They're in the bowl and they're trying to push up the hill. And then you've got Japan looking at this as well. Unfortunately for Australia, this is just an awful position that they're not going to be able to get out of unless a miracle happens. China helps out. They're going to put a bit of pressure onto Japan. That means that they're not going to get third partied immediately. Xavier Yanli down, but it is Chinese Taipei that have the high ground, that now have the advantage, and they make it pay. Australia out in 6. It's a big win there for Chinese Taipei.
Australia really needed to take the fight to Japan a hell of a lot earlier. If you're 2 teams pushing out at the same time, it's not going to work out. But for Japan to not at all be ready for the push coming initially, now they are though, as they peek back on over. China thought they had a safe rest. 1, 2 fall down, almost finds the third as well. Not gonna happen, at least that first time around. Xiaolu and Sobian still alive on the north side ridge here, but Japan fending off and doing so with style.
12 kills for China, been a great game, but can they get anything more? The flash, I think it did land for Xiaopian. Luna now gets 2 members of Chinese Taipei, but they've still got China to deal with. Polly on the other side did get that knock onto the pushing Xiaopian, so they're holding 2 teams at bay. Luna doing it all himself. He does get knocked. Argentina with a random knock as well onto Polly. China's gone, but Japan Japan have been the beneficiaries.
How do they stay alive through all of that fighting? Two teams at the same time, still managing to prevail, full on taking out China, almost Runa, 1v4 in all of Taipei. That Argentina is setting up. Keep two inside the compound. You don't want to get pushed in by Korea, but as you saw earlier, there was a chance they might want to wrap up, and that's exactly what they've done. Deny Japan a chance to make your way on down. You have the car, you can hear it, SzylzEN's going to wrap back on foot. You know you're forcing them straight into trouble, and here they go into Taipei, but regardless of what happens here, else Japan does fall. What a hell of a performance from Japan to stay alive for as long as they did.
Very difficult names to land because of the slope of the terrain. It's just going to fly over lashK, but they push with it. Sol, lashK watching. If they can get a quick double, it's going to make things difficult for Argentina to wrestle back momentum.
This is such a hard place to fight over. You want to take out the team in the middle, but you can only do it with utility, because if you peek on over, Taipei is on the other side ready and waiting. Argentina know they cannot fully commit to it. They got to do it with utility issues. They aren't finding their damage, and now they are, though. AleeRv able to find last. SzylzEN able to find Loki in the end there with the molly as well. 9 kills for Argentina, as two teams that you said far down the bottom of the leaderboard, and now showing off great performances. 9 kills for Argentina, 10 for Taipei, as they go down in a 1v1 here. Nope, let's see if the smokes are going to grant them any favor, so if it's just going to make it easier for Taipei to zero down their positioning. No more lethal utility available. The flashes are being thrown on forward. Argentina wrapping on in, continuing to lob the flashes on over. Leo, first one to be found. SzylzEN continues forward. No need to go for the flush. Now they do, as they find a little bit of breathing room. 10 kills for Argentina here as well.
And Chinese Taipei now on the back foot. They're on the ropes. Argentina have the numbers advantage, and it seems like Chinese Taipei do not know what's just hit them. They've completely overwhelmed that left-hand flank. They've been able to use their numbers, get that knock, and now they split up a little bit. Rush gets the knock onto AleeRv. That's Xavier now with a high grab, but he gets shut down. Martinson with a big headshot. SzylzEN too. The young and old for Argentina, looking to find their first chicken dinner at the PUBG Nations Cup. They spotlight nearly. They get the win.
What an absolute hell of a performance. Argentina having to fight out of the compound, having to take it to Korea, having to take it uphill to Taipei.
I pray my dick get big as the Apple Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours.